by Ed Hoffman with United American Mortgage. Get your tickets now at AMH70.info, keyword America. Portions of the following are pre-recorded.
Take exit 3B onto Interstate 405 south toward Long Beach.
I hate this traffic, LA traffic. Oh, you're in Vegas, don't complain. Like this, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. In Puerto Rico, a power outage leaves most of the island in the dark ahead of Easter weekend.
More than 1.4 million clients, the island's entirety, were left without power, and more than 400,000 others were left without water. And people wondered, again? Because the last time there was a massive blackout was just less than 5 months ago on New Year's Eve. A growing number of Puerto Ricans have called on Governor Jennifer Gonzalez to cancel the contract of Luma Energy, which oversees transmission and distribution on the island, and of Genera PR, which oversees generation. The governor has promised to select a company before summer. Officials have already warned there's not sufficient generation for summer.
Correspondent Danica Cotto reporting. This is SRN News.
Hugh Hewitt explains the tactic. I originally said wait 6 months before you judge whatever it is Donald Trump is up to. And then I had to wait 6 days. Okay, 90-day pause. We're going to do all these deals. And the world divided into pro-U.S. and pro-China people, which is what I was hoping for in the beginning. Then we get serious about the fact when Cold War 2.0, the Hugh Hewitt Show happens in St. Louis and takes you with you everywhere with the AM 870 The Answer app.
So freaking crazy. It's LA traffic. You know, they'd be here for days like this.
On AM 870 The Answer. Breaking news overnight as President Trump and Trump administration stop a World War III situation. Keeping you informed and engaged.
In 2 miles, take exit 52.
Was working with Israel because Israel had planned an attack in Iran, and they said, hold off, before we do that, before we move to a military option, let's see if we can get to the table. And we know precisely that's what happened. Now, these reports come out. Obviously, a war between Israel and Iran would have to be supported by the United States of America.
The people in the house, please like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you. What up?
And I think that is
what up, Ghost?
A little bit hairy for this administration saying we don't want, as we've learned, Trump administration is not war hungry to jump in and do these kind of things.
I'm in LA for the week.
Report out of the New York Times
Sucks over here.
that Israel has plans to attack nuclear sites in Iran in May. So just 2
like,
weeks
share,
from now.
subscribe, please.
And it gives a lot of detail that originally the plan was set for November, but Prime Minister Netanyahu wanted it to be earlier than waiting that long and wanted it in May. They were optimistic that the United States would sign off on this. But it took a lot more than just the United States signing off on this. The United States would have to be an integral part of this. They would have to not only help defend Israel from retaliation, but many of the plans included the U.S. itself conducting bombing because of the 30,000-pound bunker busters that we have in our arsenal. To get into some of these nuclear sites, Israel would need U.S. support for this to be successful. And as of right now, President Trump, after consulting with Susie Wiles, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, and the DNI, that he has decided to stick with this diplomacy plan, of which we have round 2 of just this weekend. And that's for now. Remember that. We're not saying never. Because look, with Iran, who knows how these are going to go. But you know what? I am happy with the administration is willing to have these conversations with a country like Israel that we obviously are very supportive of, to say, you know what? We appreciate your thoughts, your plans, but first, let's see if we can avoid more bloodshed. And I think that is very important. I think that's important as America moving forward, that we aren't always just jumping into a war that we have to support or not. Whether we support the war with Iran or not. And maybe something that we say as an American people, you know what?
enough is enough. But let's not start there. It doesn't have to be day one. Let's get to the negotiation table. Same with like what happened with Russia and Ukraine. We picked a side really quick and decided we were going to support them with equipment and money and funding. And look, I think we all know how that's going and how the American people have soured on a lot of what we've done there. You know, that's what happened in Iraq, where eventually people kind of soured on what we were doing there.
How you doing, Julia? What's up, what's up, what's up?
Woo! They want to jump out and help. I do think it's good that you have a
LA
president
traffic.
who's willing to take a breath.
I don't live here anymore, but I can't stand this traffic.
Put together a team that people voted for, and that team is not a warmonger team. But you may have disagreements with that. Look, we had on Mike Pompeo yesterday. He had his thoughts and said, look, I'm happy the negotiations are happening, that there's a diplomatic...
Vegas people, don't complain about the traffic, okay?
And certainly don't let it continue to enrich uranium. We'll keep that conversation going. Give us a call at 1-800-684-3110. 1-800-684-3110.
Look how people... No honking of the horns.
Coming up, including a
One thing
really
to give
interesting moment that happened while we were on the air yesterday. So you know that our team is continually at work. So when you hear us here, there are hundreds of lawyers, there's hundreds of media teams out there working on your behalf, and we can't do that without you. And we also have a big update in our Massachusetts case. So right now, I'm going to encourage you, go to aclj.org during our Life and Liberty Drive. Your donations are doubled right now to the end of the month. Do it right now. We'll be right back.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I'm Claire from Trinity Debt Management. I'm a counselor, and the reason that I love working for Trinity
Bumper to bumper.
is to help folks with one of the hardest
Bumper to bumper
problems
traffic.
a family can face, and that's financial difficulties. In this day and age, everything is going up. You have higher utilities, higher grocery bills, higher fuel, and those credit card interest rates have gone up as well. We can help you with that. We can help you get lower interest rates, lower monthly payments. In just a few minutes, we put together a plan that gets you out of debt and keeps you out of debt. I love my job. It's a great program and a very smart way to find debt relief.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
I'm Claire, a Trinity counselor. Call me and become debt-free for keeps.
1-800-990-6976. AM 830.